Alright, I'm back. As you can see, these games got bigger and better, right? Like, this looks a little more intense than Burning Fight and Ninja Combat, for sure. Up to 45 megabits of power here. Big step up from our 8 megabit gaming the other day. I do need to go into the test menu. I normally hide emulator stuff, but this isn't emulator stuff. This is the actual BIOS menu on like an MVS arcade machine, which I am so familiar with setting up now from playing this a whole bunch. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna edit the. I didn't. Oh yeah, no, never mind. This is correct. Okay. So the deal with Robo Army is you can give yourself any number of lives here. I may have to edit the description because I may be wrong about the number of lives thing and stuff in Mutation Nation, but we're just gonna balance that out with credits. So that's gonna be the same either way. They're all gonna be level 4 default difficulties. I might update the description to change that to say 4 instead of normal. And yeah, that's all fine. So all right, here we go. Robo Army. You got these heavier moves and the jump kick move and the okay. I'm not sure exactly how his plan using human brains to clone robots works, but it's definitely an evil plan, as you can tell. So here we go. I'm gonna stop that. Let's stop that shit, right? Oh yeah, that's one of the power-ups. Okay, that's what those are like. Fighting in this game definitely has a feel to it. See, I already got beat down. I'm almost out of life already. This is a much harder game than Mutation Nation. So it's going to be probably not very balanced in terms of I won't get very far in this, but I'll probably beat Mutation Nation. But I decided to start off both with the same number of lives and kind of get a feel for it. If we ever do it again, we can kind of adjust to make it a better challenge. This is the best way to play beat 'em ups, though, by the way. Kind of give yourself something to do. Even if it's like, yeah, you're probably going to beat it, at least you were challenged enough to where you had like a limited number of lives and worked through them, you know? You tried to do as well as you could. If you just pump it in quarters, it gets real stupid, and you might just stand there and take a beating that you shouldn't take, or whatever, you know? There we go. Had to jump for that. That's interesting. Also a bummer that they don't have 2-digit slots for the lives, so I don't know how many lives I actually have. Unless you're keeping count at home. I won't know how many lives I have until I get down to my last 10, and then that'll be horrible. My last 8, actually. Sorry. That's how that one works. Ooh, that jacked him up. Let's do it again then, since I'm almost dead. Kind of awesome. One of the more ridiculous power-ups in a beat 'em up, right? Shit. Hyper ball indeed. They get everybody look like. That's great. Oh, that's mine. I gotta watch out for that. Not that I will live to ever do that. Come on, man. Oh, that sucks. Oh shit. Oh yeah. This is the third level, I think. Damn, this guy's serious. Oh, this is kind of cool. Yeah, I think they showed a little bit of this during the intro, though. When you think about it. Always good, though, when I beat them up and find a way to mix it up a little bit. This is a style of gameplay that the Battletoads games feature a bit of. This descending rope stuff. I'm sure there's other great examples, but Battletoads is the first thing that came to mind. There's a lot of this in Battletoads vs. Double Dragon, which I consider to be the best Battletoads game, probably. It's probably the best balanced one. Nice. Damn it. I plan on doing another one of these like Neo Geo double features at some point in the near future too, with probably Cyberlip and 8-Man. Possibly Ghost Pilot. Just do some different stuff. Possibly even Last Resort. That's a pretty good game, right? A bit of a an R-Type ripoff itself. Not as good of one as Polestar, but Polestar came out way later. That's fun. Kill everybody. Get it right back too, I hope. There we go. These guys are really annoying. I'm gonna have to do the thing. These levels are pretty hefty. So one thing I didn't know about Neo Geo hardware until recently is that it doesn't have like a tile layer really. It's just it treats everything as sprites and tiles. It's the same thing. They're just sprites basically. They can all be maneuvered around the screen independently or together as a field. And so that's the thing. And then it just has like a fairly huge amount of video memory, so they can just like move a bunch of shit around behind each other too, which basically gets rid of all the kind of limitations you normally have with like sprite layers and stuff. I mean, not completely, but you've got a lot to work with here. I think the Neo Geo's weakness is it slows down a lot if you actually do try to start doing a bunch of screen rastering type stuff. Like it doesn't like to do like line scrolling effects and things like that particularly well. Most of the fighting games don't have line scrolling on the floor, and I wonder if that's to avoid slowdown that they might have otherwise. It's like a cop bot. That's pretty funny. The only time I've used a green, but it felt perfect there. Like it just felt the thing to do. I do need to start stockpiling power again, though. It's going to be a lot of punching from here on out, I think. And dying. Probably a lot of dying as well. hyper ball. That's no hyperbole. God damn it. Stop punching me in the face. Not an evil version of me, that's great. Ah, completely wasted my power up, that's great. Not going to use anymore. This asshole sure is hard to hit. I think I found a way though. It isn't like coming in diagonally on him. Jeez, that was hard. How is it that they can hit me and I can't hit it while on the same plane? Yeah, well, we found the game's new boss character. This unbelievable badass over here. Jeez. You only know who the most annoying enemy in the game is now by a long shot. Oh, 3 of them. Oh joy. Got lucky there. Nice. Cool stereo effects on the explosions there too, huh? Really? That's called privilege, buddy. No one's ever opposed you. Kiss my ass. You just sort of make him do something on the rope without moving. This asshole again, huh? I remember that shot working well against him, so... Oh, what's this? What's this? Oh, it's an enemy. Okay. That's neat. It's a transformer. Oh yeah, it's the same asshole enemy that ate me earlier. That's right. Maybe a different color now, I don't know. Damn, this is a real beat down here. You can dodge a certain number of those. That when he comes in for the grip, I never know when it is, and I have never gotten away from it yet. I think I did that time. He did a fireball and did the grip as soon as I got back. That's a piece of shit. I don't know if I'm going to get any more power-ups from here, so I think maybe I'm going to go ahead and use the ones I've got. I don't know how much damage that did compared to just regular hits, but whatever. Maybe that's what pushed it over the top there, who knows? This is just a constantly dying bullshit right here. Is that it? Nope, there's at least one more form here, right? Oof, that's tough. That is some tough stuff, man. No, suck it. Oh, did none of your lasers work? I did it. And I didn't even get into my last 10 lives, so I don't know how many lives that actually took. No clue. But we're going to watch this ending here. I don't think there's any more content on this, but we'll see. It's a pretty good beat 'em up. Feels pretty good to play. The reach feels a little short, and the enemies retreat a little bit much, so it feels a little bit like you're kind of trying to grasp for them all the time, which I'm not really fond of that, but there's ways to work around it. I'm not the greatest beat 'em up player in the world, but I'm okay at them because I've played quite a few, and so I kind of get the general gist of it. And everything in this game seemed quite fair and whatnot. The novelty is that you turn into a car, and they only do that at most once per level. It's a little weird too. It's kind of a strange thing, but It's cool. No, I'd say it's cool. Um, and yeah, it's not the best beat 'em up on the Neo Geo. I'm not quite sure what I would say that is, but it's probably like the third Sengoku game or something. You know, I don't know. I'd have to mess around with those a little more. But yeah, it's out there though. There's about a dozen of these types of games in the system, and this is one of the better ones for sure. I think the graphics on it are really cool. I like the art style and stuff. And overall, I would rate it a 7 out of 10. Um, it's a beat 'em up. You know, if you're not into beat 'em ups or if you think they get boring, then this one's not going to blow your mind or anything. But you know, my main suggestion on beat 'em ups, if you think they get boring, is to at least set some sort of challenge for yourself, even if it's too easy, like the one I'm doing today. You can kind of build on that later if you go back and play the game, and it might compel you to do so, and you might be more interested in what you're playing if you think, you know, there's a possibility that you could win or lose. And a lot of times I'll just play a beat 'em up until I find what I think is like a fun number of lives to play it with, and it'll be something usually that gets me real close to beating the game, but not quite, and I have to really struggle at it. Same thing with running guns. Like really strict life rules on those games can be very frustrating. But you just find something in the middle, to kind of work with, and give you a good chunk of game and have some fun with it. Which is what we're gonna do with our next game here. So just a second while I switch this out. Actually, I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Check the settings. But I don't think you can do a whole bunch of lives, or you can't do anything with your lives. And I do think you get, I will make sure, but I think you get 4 lives. If it's a different number, we will adjust 4. Where are my lives displayed? Oh, that's health. Neat. It's not even what I'm trying to do. Do you only get 1 life per credit in this game? This is some weird shit. Let me figure this out. I think I have 3 extra lives, and it says underneath POW. So I think I'm right. I think you do get 4 lives in this game. I think I'm just now seeing it. It's very strange. Kill me, dudes. Kill me, dudes. Sorry, this is a weird process, but it's what we gotta do to figure out how many lives you get in this game. Kill him. I think he's looking weak now. Yeah, he is looking weak. No, you only get 1 life. What do we think sounds reasonable for a game where you get 1 life? But a lot of health. Kind of. 40 credits sounds like a whole lot. 30 is meh. We did kind of have a lot in the other games. I'm going to go with 40, I want to say. I'm going to update my description then. if I can do that. There's not a way to do that, which is a bummer. I wonder if there's a way to do it on the computer. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, I'll just have to fix it after or something. I don't think there's any way to do it during the stream, so it'd be a giant pain in the ass. Anyway, I'm going to take a short break. Thanks for watching, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've decided that since a credit is a life and I gave myself 99 lives in the other game on one credit, I'm just going to give myself 99 credits with one life on this game. I mean, I'll probably blow it out, but I blew the other game out too. We'll see how I do, because we'll see how many credits I have left. I'll have at least a better idea in this game than I did in the other. That's a lot of lightning, man. I think I know the moves in this game. This is a 2-button game. You got like a jumping punch attack thing you can do. And I believe you can eventually mutate. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot something important. Hang on. I have to do some stuff real quick. Here we go. For starters. Sorry about that. 54 megabits of entertainment here. Hell yeah. I ran a lot of time off the clock too, so I'm just going to go ahead and restart it. You guys love lightning. Please make me do anything. I think it's just an automatic thing when you collect enough or something. I think you can mutate. I think something happens in this fucking game. I don't remember what it is. This guy's super hard to hit. Look at how cowardly he is. This is kind of the problem I had with Robo Army. Cowardly enemies. Your physique is disgustingly weird, dude. Oh yeah, it's because of being a mutant thing. Sorry about that, I forgot. Sorry I had to explode you in mutant goop. I find Neo Geo games like this to be really fun to play on little emulator handhelds because the graphics look so colorful and crisp on those little screens. And most of the games have like really large characters and stuff too, so it just sort of works well. Oh, nice health. My reach feels really good in this game, especially after playing Robo Army, but you do still have some enemies that retreat. That one boss in particular was frustrating. Most of the regular fights, though, feel pretty fair and fun. If anything, a little on the easy side. Oh shit. Okay, I guess this is going on. I'm really working that dude's bombs. Shit. I don't know what any of that stuff does. I really shouldn't be taking the time to enter my name. Since we're just going to continue anyway. But yeah, I picked this stuff up. It doesn't seem to do shit. I don't know. Oh, you've got a charge attack to use them. That's right. I am so sorry. I'm slowly picking up on this game. Well, going into the second level, we now remembered something important. That's pretty fun. Suck it. So it's not mutations, but it's like super attacks that you get. Alright, from this point on, I'm just going to mash that in and continue. Itch. Or, I guess if each one of those you take just replaces your magic, huh? And then the yellow things are the charges. I don't know whether I like A, B, or C, or D magic, or whatever the hell. I'll just have to try them all out. That was kind of badass. That extra bit of delay there. That's very tricky. Just a little bit more than anyone would expect that to have. This game is also just to a slight extent feels like a ripoff of Alien Storm. Those enemies in particular look like they could have stepped straight out of it. I mean, they're not the exact same theme, but they kind of have the same B-movie beat-em-up vibe. Eat shit. How did that not kill you, you bastard? Oh, what? She had that very difficult to finish off at the very end feeling that Diablo bosses always have. It's like, yeah, I wore him down pretty quick. What is this shit? What is this shit? Why aren't you dead? Why are you doing one-shot attacks now? That guy is completely stuck and getting fucked by me. That was fun. I just completely tore those guys down because they got stuck in some sort of AI glitch. Alright. Sort of palette swap our way from one truck to the next for a while here. The levels on this are long, but it doesn't. So far, it hasn't felt quite as intensely long of levels as Robo Army sometimes had there. Robo Army didn't work out to be that long of a game. I think it only had 5 levels, but the levels were way long. What did it clock in there? 35 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe at the most. Regular charge attack's not too bad either. Why is this not hitting? Because it's bullshit. That guy wasn't very tough though, and that was the main boss. There were a lot of mid-bosses in that level that I found to be more challenging than the main boss. That's kind of unusual. Area 4. Neo Geo is known mostly, like, I think when people think Neo Geo, they immediately think fighting games, of course, because of King of Fighters and all those. Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, Samurai Showdown, Last Blade, all those other great series. And then you think Run and Gun after that, mostly entirely because of Metal Slug. But yeah, there's a pretty decent selection of beat 'em ups on the Neo Geo. Some pretty good stuff too, actually. Not bad games at all. Getting rough stuff here. Not letting me do my specials. I've seen the Neo Geo enough too to kind of see the limitations of its sprite scaler. Like it's different than Mode 7. Mode 7 has to only affect the tile layer on the Super Nintendo, and like I said, there's no such thing here. It's all the same stuff. So any tile or sprite on the screen can zoom or scale in and out. And they can also be squished like vertically or horizontally. Like you've seen how the bosses kind of flatten out on this game, or Sengoku and stuff like that. That's a feature. It can be done either way. It doesn't seem to be able to rotate a sprite or apply any kind of like three-dimensional effect to it, like Mode 7 can. So it's very limited in that regard. But not very limited in terms of resizing stuff, which I think was the general idea of the tech. They might have thought even that, somebody might have wanted to go over the sprite limit with a bunch of crazy shit on the screen. They could like do so and still stay within the memory limits, maybe by scaling smaller sprites. But yeah, doing something super scalar or whatever on the Neo Geo is not really, doesn't seem to be all that viable. There's only one racing game that uses a 3D view, so, and it's not very impressive. It's called Riding Hero. It's a motorcycle game. It's alright. I mean, it's just a very bland version of Hang On. Again, line rastering effects, I think, is what the Neo Geo is really struggling with there, more than the sprite scaling, even. Crazy. Yeah, sure, we'll switch to C. What's C again? Oh, I have so many of these. Jeez. Oh, that's a really good one, too. Oh, when you're this weak, you can't even do a regular charge attack. That's right, 54 megabits of nation mutating excitement. So the other game is just a little under 8 megabytes, and this one's just a little under 9, I believe. If you would go by megabytes instead of megabits, for all of you PC gamers from back in the day. For reference, Quake was about 12 megabytes, is that right? I think that's about correct. Doom was about, I don't know, 8. About the same size as this game, 8 or 9. Quake wasn't really much bigger than Doom. Maybe it was like 14 megabytes, I don't know, yeah. I remember King's Quest V came on like 8 or 9 discs or something, and it was also in the 10 or 11 megabyte range, and that was a much older game, maybe from around the same time this came out, and I thought that was like one of the craziest large game sizes I'd ever seen. And I think it was actually probably. It was bigger than almost anything on the Neo Geo in 92 or whenever the hell it came out. King's Quest V. Yeah, and 6 ran on the same engine and same kind of thing, and it was even a little bit bigger, I think. That's going a little too all out to take out one little asshole for sure. Fucker. What a dildo. D's where it's at. Fucking tornado? Hell yeah. They almost are in order of goodness. The higher letters tend to just be better, I think. I don't know though, that one has so much knockdown, you can end up wasting damage. I gotta get this off. This is horrible. This is a horrible situation where I can't fight this boss. They're just rocking my world. Look at this fucking bullshit. Is that the end? Boss rush and then a final boss. This is the last level, I bet you. Yeah. It's an elevator ride with no enemies? That's bizarre. It's like they feel like they had to do the cliche, but like not actually. Ugh. Nice stomach vagina. That's not horrifying at all. Oh, shit. Well, this is getting tricky for sure. Yeah, it's your fuck now. This guy's a real dick, too. I'm thrilled to be back in this one. Tired. He's about to fall over. Oh, fucking Super Saiyan again. Fuck this guy. Man, I did so much better on him that time. It was somehow less frustrating. This last boss doesn't feel very fun or fair to fight against here. It's just boring. He just walks towards you and has like a... maybe it's not that hard to fight. Maybe I'm just bad at it, but like... It's certainly boring. Yeah, there's the approach. Something like that. Something like... I was close to it, but... And then I do this fire, and then I do this fire, and I do some more of this fire thing. I don't really have any other... This guy has probably fewer animations than most of the bosses in the game. So that's kind of a bummer. Still pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know if there's any more. I don't know if that's the end of the game. There's probably like the Madman guy though, right? Like that wasn't him, was it? Maybe it was. Hell, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it was. They're ending my game. Alright, well, that was a good look at two. I'd rate both of those games a 7 out of 10. I think they're really good beat 'em ups. And like where the Neo Geo started to shine more on that. Because I like Ninja Combat, but I'm also like willing to admit that it's kind of an old crappy game. And same thing with Burning Fight. Burning Fight is just like making toast but not putting anything on it at all. It's just the plainest damn thing in the world. Doesn't even have any butter on it. But these have kind of their own gimmicks and stuff, especially this one. It's pretty interesting. Pretty fun game. Probably even more fun two-player. It's always cool to look at some Neo Geo stuff every once in a while. So like I said, I will be back with a, what I believe will be a Cyberlip and 8-man stream at some point. That's not what's coming up next, though. I'll give you a hint. You're gonna love it when we do some rolling for the king. So stick around for that. And yeah, Neo Geo. It's cool. Thanks for watching.